Welcome to Reckless Paradise, everyone. I am your host, Marissa, and I'm here with my co-host, Dystro. Say hi.
Hello, everyone.
So, first of all, happy Sunday, everybody. I hope everybody had a really good weekend. Second of all, I still have allergies, so I apologize if my voice sounds a little raspy. My throat is just like dead. Ugh. Anyways, how are you doing, Dystro? You doing good?
yeah. Typical Florida weather. It's raining outside. I don't know if you can hear it right now, but it's really pouring.
It's nice up here. It's supposed to be. We're supposed to get storms on Tuesday, I guess. Pretty nasty ones too, because it's supposed to be hot and humid in the 90s, and it's supposed to be really humid. So that ought to fuel some storms for Tuesday.
Mm,
But other than that, it's nice up here now. It's in the 60s, I think, outside. A little humid though. The humidity's starting to crank up a little bit, but it's a
mm.
good thing I just got a new mini fridge today. Yeah, it's like a bunch of Sunny D's in there right now because I don't have anything else yet. I gotta get some canned sodas.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyways, I'm glad you guys are here. Thank you guys for joining tonight. Um, yeah, let's start tonight's episode. So we are picking up the Van Halen series that has been ongoing this whole month, um, with top 10 Van Halen songs. Now, this one was kind of easy for me, considering I've had a solid 10 Van Halen songs that I've listened to a lot this year, just on repeat.
Right.
So that's why it was kind of easy for me, as I grew up around Van Halen and I can kind of figure out which ones I like over the other. So,
Right. My list was like kind of easy as well, but I had to physically remember a lot of songs. But luckily, thank you to my Spotify, uh, not a cheap plug. Um, thank God to my Spotify, so it's like I remembered the songs that I did uh put on my list. So yeah.
anyways, so yeah. So you guys know how this works. We usually start routing them off from 10 to 1, and we discuss at the end why we chose what. Talk about the songs a little bit, you know how it goes. You guys have been here long enough, I hope. For the newcomers, it's always good to re explain sometimes for the newcomers here. So, yeah. So, who wants to go first tonight?
You know, hmm. You know what? I'll actually go first. I'll volunteer
Sweet.
because I because I think you might have some of the same songs as me, but once again, the disclaimer is like we didn't look at our list beforehand. We're not cheating or anything. It's just the ones that we thought was our top 10 sort of thing.
Right. Yeah, right.
So I have like one honorable mention, and I'll say it at the end of mine.
Okay.
Uh, Also, a little disclaimer: if you hear me cutting out a little bit and stuff, like that just let me know because like it's the weather here or down here.
It's nice up here, and I got the recording on my hotspot right now, so it shouldn't interfere. So,
So my number 10 is "You Really Got Me." Nine, Ice Cream, which that's a good song. Um, number 8 is "Running with the Devil." Number 7 is "Eruption." Number 6 is "Ain't Talking About Love." 5 is "Jamie's Crying." Number 4 is "I Am the One." Number 3 is "Hot for Teacher." 2 is "Jump," and 1 is "Panama."
one of those songs I didn't even recognize. I am the one. Is that David or Sammy?
David.
Okay.
I'm the
I'm
one,
gonna,
the one you
I'm
love.
gonna have to check that one out. I've never heard of that one.
That's on the self-titled album.
Wow. Okay. There's two self-titled albums. There's Van Halen 1 and Van Halen 2.
Uh, one, one
Oh
from
man.
1978.
Wow. Okay. So what was your honorable mention?
Um, the rest of the self-titled Van Halen one album, because it's like there was some that I had just listened to like way before we started recording, and I was like, oh man, it's like, it's like I wish like I could have like put all of them on the list, but it's like I didn't want to. It was just because like Panama and Jump and Hot for Teacher and stuff like that, like those were like my top three because I remember them like very vividly, and the videos too. So it's like you know, uh, like from 4 through 10, they're all on that Van Halen one album. And that's
Damn.
the rock era.
This is like making me kind of want to switch my list up. Like just looking at my list. Oh boy. Okay, well, our list is nothing alike, to be honest.
I kind of figured that, but
Yeah, I've got more Sammy stuff on mine. So I don't have any honorable mentions, as far as I know. I didn't put any honorable mentions on this, but if I could think of one before the end of the episode, I will shout it out. So number 10, I put Running with the Devil. Number 9, I put Panama. Number 8, I put Dancing in the Street. Number 7, I put Finish What You Started. Number 6, I put Jump. Number 5, Why Can't This Be Love? Number 4, Hot for Teacher. Number 3, Can't Stop Loving You. Number 2, Dreams. And number 1, Best of Both Worlds.
yeah, that is very, very different.
My dad hates my number 1. He hates Best of Both Worlds. He doesn't like it. Okay, so I mentioned this to you last night on our Discord call.
Yes.
My dad has 5150, which is the very first album that came out when Sammy joined the group. But yeah, he'll trash on that album. I don't know why. Like, he has it, but he trashes on it so much. It's just like, why? It's such a good album. I love that album. I really do. And I have it in my room. Tell my dad. But I love that album. So I put it in my room, my little collection I have going. It is a good album. I love Sammy. I like David too. Going back to the whole debate hour thing. By the way, if you guys haven't seen the debate hour we did just recently between David and Sammy, you probably should go watch it. Pretty good. Pretty good stuff. It was a really good topic to do a debate hour on because it is very controversial because there is a little bit of a split between David and Sammy. There's always your David Lee Roth fans and your Sammy Hagar fans. It's like a
Mm.
really good topic. So if you guys haven't listened to that yet, go ahead and check it out. I will put that at the end of this if you guys would like to go and check it out. Watch this episode and check it out at the end, so that way you don't have to search for it. Um, okay, so let's talk about our list. I heard Jump on your list. What number was that?
Number 2.
Number 2. Okay, yeah. I can see. Jump is like everybody knows. Okay, if you know Van Halen, you have to know the song Jump. That is
Oh
like
yeah,
one
of
of their
course.
biggest hits of all time because it was the first song where they used like synth, like
Yeah.
electronic keyboard. Very first song where they brought that into the picture. And for the first time ever, Eddie Van Halen was not he was playing the keyboard. So it definitely changed a lot for Van Halen as a whole.
Mm.
It pushed Van Halen into a new direction, music wise. Because after that, when Sammy joined, they definitely switched over to synth, like keyboard stuff.
Right.
Oh, excuse me, I had to take a drink. My throat is like getting raspy here. But yeah, Jump it has to be on your list. Like you cannot not include Jump on your list and say you're a Van Halen fan. I'm sorry, but like
Mm.
that is a bold statement, but it's the God it's honest truth.
So if you don't know what Jump is, you are stupid.
I love that fucking song though. I can see why you put it as number 2. I put it as number 6 because I have like 5 other songs that I like a little bit more than Jump. Like Hot for Teacher, I put for number 4.
Yeah, and that was like my number 3.
Yeah, like it's like top 5 material right there. That song's a classic. I love the music video. Sit down, Waldo.
Sit down, Waldo.
David Lee Roth is a fucking bus driver. And he had freaking the iconic clip where Eddie Van Halen's walking across the table playing the guitar. Freaking awesome.
Yo, it's like I wonder how many takes they had to do of that because like standing on top of the table and trying to do the guitar solo of that like that had not to be that could not be easy.
Oh no.
That couldn't be easy. I mean, for Eddie Van Halen, probably, but it's
Oh
like
yeah.
for anybody else, for
I
anybody
just
else.
like how they're all in like matching suits in one scene. They're like kind of dancing and stuff.
Yeah, I remember that.
The
Oh
fucking
God, I love that.
choreography dance. I fucking love
Yeah,
that.
it's just like it went from like black and white, and then it just goes right into color.
Like Las Vegas kind of fucking
It's
shit
like
right there.
what the fuck?
Yeah. Good fucking music video. That's what makes a song even better is when the music video is just as good as the song.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's
god. Now, I'm surprised have you heard of the song Dancing in the Street? It's a
mm,
David song.
no, I don't think I have
It's so
because
good. It's so fucking good.
I think it's just because like I've only listened to the first Van Halen, like the Van Halen 1 album and stuff like that. And like I just didn't listen to anything else.
I'm trying to think of which album that's on. I'm gonna have to probably look that up real quick. Dancing in the Street. I love that song.
It's so groovy.
I
And
mean,
that's
if I
kind of
probably
why I
heard
like that song.
it's like maybe if I heard
Okay.
it, maybe then I can remember.
It's from
But
the
it's
album
just like
Diver
it's
Down. Diver Down, which came out in 1982, 2 years before the 1984 album that came out. Um, yeah, Diver Down.
oh
Okay,
well, yeah.
that's that album I haven't listened to in full yet, but man, I love that song. I heard it on the radio one day, like I think it was sometime last year. I'm like, oh, that's Van Halen. I've never heard this song before, so I downloaded it and I listened to it a few times. I'm like, okay, I can vibe with this. It's pretty good. It's pretty groovy. It's
It's
just
red.
it's fucking cool. You gotta listen to that. I'm telling you. If I had to pick one of these songs to recommend to you to listen to today's show, it has to be "Dancing in the Street," my number 8.
Okay.
It's fucking good. Um, did you have any Sammy songs on your list?
No.
Wow.
Going back to our debate hour thing, I
Boo.
was oh,
Boo.
whatever. You can boo me all you want.
Kicks you off the
Like
show. Poop.
fine. But going back to our debate hour thing, it's like I was I'm more towards David Lee Roth because I knew David Lee Roth more than Sammy.
Right.
And then you're more Sammy fan and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, we're polar opposites, but it's like we can always agree on like certain things, sort of thing. It's
Yeah,
not.
like
It's like
like
it's not
Jump
going to be.
belongs on the list.
Yeah, it's like it's not going to be a polar opposite opinion. I mean, everybody has their own opinion, so it's like what the fuck. Uh, but it's like it's just I just like David Lee Roth's like charisma and stuff like that, and it's just like his singing voice is like just so soothing. It's just like it could just like if I played it like while I'm trying to sleep and stuff like that, I could probably go and sleep with like maybe 10, 15 minutes.
He's
Guaranteed,
got
probably.
that showman kind of
Yeah,
physique
the
to him.
showman charisma. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've always liked Sammy. Just even growing up as a kid, I like the solo work. I still love solo work to this day, and a show that he does on Access TV,
Oh
the
yeah.
Rock and Roll Road Trip. I love that show. He Chris Daughtry, which is fucking amazing. I love that episode. You guys should check that out. I don't know if they still put it on TV, but I remember watching it last year. Even into this year, actually, they were still doing reruns. He's talked to people like Chris Daughtry. He's talked to somebody,
Tommy Lee, probably.
Motley Crue.
Yeah, that's probably Tommy
Yeah,
Lee then.
Tommy Lee. He's talked to the lead singer of Train. He's just talked to a lot of different. He sat down with a lot of different artists. I think he's even talked to Joe Elliott, which is fucking cool from Def Leppard. Go check out that show. It's fucking amazing. I don't know, like I said, I don't know if they still put it on Access TV. You'd have to look that up. I don't know if you can find it on YouTube or Daily Motion. It has to be somewhere. It is really good. Check it out if you're a Sammy Hagar fan. I fucking love that show. Um, so speaking of Sammy, my number 1 is Best of Both Worlds. I just found this song, I believe, I'm gonna say last year. I was listening to it on Shome. They were playing it on Shome. I think it was like a 2 for Tuesday kind of thing where they play two songs by the same artist back to back. They have a different artist every hour. Well, I guess 1 hour was Van Halen. They picked the first song, you get to pick the second song. And somebody had picked Best of Both Worlds, and I heard it. I'm like, ooh, this is a nice song. So once again, downloaded it, listened to it a few times. Now I'm in love. And it's actually my most listened to Van Halen song this year, according to Spotify and according to my playlist I have on my phone. It is the most listened Van Halen song on my playlist this year. So, yeah, it is my number one. I love it. It's so good. Um, Now, did you put Running with the Devil on your list?
I did.
I kind of feel bad. I put it at 10.
I put it at 8, so don't feel bad.
Yeah, I love that song. It's just there's certain Van Halen songs that are kind of overplayed up where I live, anyways. Like I hear "Running with the Devil" all the time. I hear "Panama" all the time. I hear
Jump all the time, probably.
no, I actually don't, surprisingly. And I hear "You Really Got Me" all the
You
time.
really got me.
Oh fuck! I know what song I should put for my honorable mention. I
What?
already. I'm mad. I didn't put this on my list. I should have swapped it out for Panama at least. Ice Cream Man.
Yeah, I have that but as my number 9.
I should have swapped that out for Panama for my number 9. I love that song. It's so good.
It's like I love the beginning of it, and then it just goes like right into like fast paced sort of thing. Ice cream man.
It's just groovy, man. Like, you know.
It's like like some of those like old like timey like old timey movies sort of thing. It's like you're like walking to like a jazz club sort of thing. It's just like yeah, it's all like smooth and jazzy
Smooth
and stuff like
jazz.
that.
Everybody's wearing shades. The lights are down low.
Yeah, and then
There's a
it's just
spotlight on somebody at the freaking coffee table or
right.
coffee stand or whatever.
And it just goes like very fast paced. It's just like
Someone should animate what we just said. Someone should animate that.
oh God. If you can do that, you are just in our book.
Amazing. Oh man, I'm mad though. I didn't put Ice Cream Man on my list. If I had to swap one song out for Ice Cream Man, it'd be my number 9, Panama. I love Panama. Don't get me wrong. It's overplayed, and I get sick of overplayed songs really quickly. So
It's funny because it's like Jump and I think Hot for Teacher and um I think those two get overplayed a lot on the radio where I live. And then earlier today, I think You Ain't Talking About Love was on.
ain't
Uh
talking about love.
and I was like, son of a bitch. I was like, because
And then it's like the opposite for me. I rarely hear Hot for Teacher or Jump, but I'll hear like Running with the Devil, Panama, and You Really Got Me. I hear those 3 songs a lot. I heard Ice Cream Man. I don't know when it was. Earlier this month, I heard Ice Cream Man. I haven't heard that song in a while on the radio. I'm like, oh, Ice Cream Man, yes.
it's just funny like in the music. That'd be funny. It's like as soon as you hear Ice Cream Man, it's like an ice cream truck pulls up and it's just Taylor off and going like, here you go.
Oh my god.
That'd be funny.
That'd be my dream.
Like,
Oh.
uh, it's like, well, are you gonna take the ice cream from me? It's like-
Oh my god. Now, with 2 of my songs on the list, my number 5, which is Why Can't This Be Love, and number 3, Can't Stop Loving You. As I explained before, and I think it was the debate hour, I'm not 100% sure, I had mentioned that once Sammy kind of came into the picture, a lot of songs turned into love songs. And those 2 I love. I'm a sucker for love songs, even though I have been single for a year. I still love a good love song, and those 2 can't beat them. I've always liked Why Can't This Be Love. I hear this on the radio a lot too, but like not as often as like the David Lee Roth stuff, obviously. And Can't Stop Loving You, I hear on the radio because that was released in like the 1990s when Van Halen kind of started to go on a really downward decline. Um, this was released with one of their more final albums, I should say. Uh, Can't Stop Loving You, I never hear on the radio, like ever. I found, you know how back in the day, our parents used to like take like blank CDs, like with nothing on them,
Mm-hmm.
put them in a computer, get MP3 Rocket or LimeWire, and
Mm-hmm.
like download and make your own CD. Well, that's what my parents used to do, and apparently "Can't Stop Loving You" was on one of the CDs when I was a kid. And as I got older, I'm like, who the hell is that? And my parents were like, that's Van Halen, and I was confused as a kid because like I was like, okay, this is Van Halen, and then I'd hear Jump, and it's like, oh wait, this is Van Halen too. Like, what happened?
Mm.
They're like, oh,
My
there's two singers, but they didn't explain to me what happened. I kind of had to learn on
figure it
my own what
out.
happened. Yeah.
Like my aunt used to do that. Like she used to burn uh music onto like blank CDs and stuff like that. Like she had like a whole bunches of them. Like I couldn't count how many she had, but it's just oh my god, it was so many. Because there was like different like music that like she had gotten like from like Apple Music, like iTunes sort of thing. When that was a
Yeah.
thing, I think it's still well, it's still a thing, but it's
Yeah,
like
it's still a thing. Like, but nowadays, like everybody is like downloading it for free if you have an Android phone, or you get on Spotify or YouTube Music and all this shit. You have all these streaming platforms and stuff. In my case, I download it for free on my phone. I have a converter website I go to. I take a YouTube video, I convert it to audio, and I download it to my phone, and it saves my music file. That's all I do. But if you have like an Apple device, it's a little bit more difficult. But
mhm.
yeah, man, those were the days. I miss doing that. I used to have an MP3 player. It was like a pill shaped one. It was pink. It had gems on it. I used to plug
Oh.
that into my computer or my mom's computer, and I'd download a shit ton of music.
My quick little sidebar. When we were doing the Apple versus Android debate hour, I remember uh my first ever
Wait, have we
uh
done that yet?
I think we
I
did,
think we talked about doing it with my sister, or I don't even remember if we've done it yet. I don't think we've done it yet. We talked about doing it with my sister.
but I guess for future reference, I should say I had an Apple device. And it wasn't like an iPod Shuffle or anything like that. It was an iPod, like an Apple iPod Nano.
Oh my god, those are cool.
And um that's where I had gotten like a lot of my music tastes from my aunt and
Oh my
stuff.
god.
Because it had like Puddled Mud, it had Slipknot, it had Seether, and it had like a whole bunch of like all these bands and stuff like that. And I was like, I guess like 9, 10 when I had that shit. And I was just like, I went to my aunt's and so that I was like, do you think you could put like a whole bunch of music on that for me? And she goes, yeah, I gotcha. And so she hooked it up to the computer and it was just like, just download, I don't know like how many songs onto that. And she was like, okay, here you go. And I'm like, thank you. you know? And she was like, yeah. And she's like, I can't remember how many songs are on that, but it's just like, it's gonna be a little like good while sort of thing. And like I remember like I had to like charge it and stuff like that because then it's like if you don't charge it, it's gonna die. Woo, and just like I remember those days, and that was like before I had like a phone, like a cell phone.
Yeah, that was like back in my day too, like before I had a cell phone. Like back in my day, it was either
Back
that
in my day.
or you had the CDs. You had to make your own CDs, or you bought the CDs at the store or online. Oh man, those are the days. Oh my god. So I guess we're gonna wrap this episode up if that's all right with you.
That's fun.
So that concludes Van Halen month or week or whatever you want to call
Van
it.
Halen month. That's what I was
We've
thinking.
literally been doing Van Halen the whole month, like off and on,
Because
for
I
like
was
the
like,
past couple weeks.
yeah, because I was like, as soon as like we had done the episode like before you went to Canada and stuff like that, it was like I was like to think about it, I was like, yeah, this has just been a whole month since we've just been doing this.
Pretty much, yeah. So I guess that wraps up Van Halen month with our top
Van
10
Halen
Van
month.
Halen songs. Did our picks make your list? Like, did you guys have the same, like, kind of like a similar list to us? Let us know. Let us know what your top 10 favorite Van Halen songs are of all time. And oh yeah, be sure to go check out the debate hour we did between Sammy and David. It was pretty interesting. Like I said, I'll put the video at the end. Just click on the top right corner of the screen. Okay, so now for this Thursday coming up, I did not write anything down yet. Well, shit. Guess you're gonna have to pick from the list. This is just a random ass.
I love that you're like, well, this Thursday coming up, and I don't have anything down. Well, shit.
No, I do have stuff schedule written down because
It's
yeah.
because it's like there's just so many ideas that we have come up with, and it's just like, yes, we're not going to get to all of it, but it's like what like some of the ideas that I had come up with to the folks that is listening to this right now, I had come up with a conspiracy theory one or like a what if series and stuff like that. It's like just let us know in the comments below if you want to see anything like that. Uh if you don't, that's fine. I'll keep it to myself.
I guess I kind of have an idea what we're going to do Thursday. So this Thursday we're going to continue our Nostalgia Days series and discuss some video games.
Ooh.
Some video games that we used to play. Now, don't get this twisted. We did do an episode way back before we started the Nostalgia series of like our top 5 video games that we used to play or that we would play. Now, this is different. This is not like that. Yeah, some of the games might be mentioned, but this is not a top 5 list or top 10 list. This is like a whole ass list of video games that we remember either seeing in the stores, playing, or like wanted as kids but never got them, or watched friends play, like just video games in general that we remember seeing growing up. So I think we'll do that this Thursday. Nostalgia Days, video game days, coming to you this Thursday.
It's like the beginnings of like the commercials and stuff. It's like rated E for everyone or rated T for teen and stuff like that. It's like
Rated R.
no.
Oh, I don't even know what this podcast would be rated. It's definitely not for kids. Jesus Christ.
Rated RP for Reckless Paradise.
But yeah, so this Thursday, if you guys have enjoyed the Nostalgia Days series, be sure to tune in this Thursday for some video game throwbacks. So I guess that's going to do it for tonight's episode. If you guys stuck around to the end, we greatly appreciate your support. Be sure to follow us on our social media by clicking on the link in the description below, which will take you to our link tree, which has Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Reddit, and now I have also put Dystro's gaming YouTube channel. If you guys like to go check that out, feel free to do so. He uploads clips of it's just about anything that's funny.
Yeah, like I just done some clips that I will probably be uploading as soon as we get off this podcast soon.
Yeah. So be sure to check him out. Be sure to follow us on social media to keep up to date with the podcast. If we have technical difficulties, we can't record, that kind of thing. So yeah, thanks guys for listening, and we will catch you guys this Thursday. Peace.
Peace.